Hi everyone, I hope you're doing okay and finding ways to relax with your extra time at home. I have been doing a lot of baking, of course, and naturally playing a lot of video games. And I wanted to share some with you, some more hidden gems of the indie world. These are great because a lot of them are digitally downloadable and cheaper than some of the big budget games as well. And there's such variety that even if you don't play a lot of games, there is something for everyone. So I'm going to give you a few recommendations. Now, one game that came out earlier this year that I absolutely adored is called Murder by Numbers. You can play it on PC or on Switch. It's set in 1996, so it is just adorably 90s. You play as this former television actor turned hobby detective, and the way that you solve crimes is you have a robot sidekick and you scan for clues and then you solve pixel puzzles to figure out what they are, and you get to talk to a colourful cast of characters. It's just great. It's really, really funny, and it kept me busy for a good few days. And if you like mysteries, you should also check out Tangle Tower from the creators of Snipperclips, SFB Games. You can play it on PC, Switch, or even iOS, which is where I've been playing it. It's a great, funny mystery story where you play as these two detectives and they go to this kind of sprawling mansion to solve this mystery. Again, you get to interview this colourful cast of characters, but it's fully voice acted, so you get all the incredible voice actors really adding flavour to the script. For younger players, also have a really great logic puzzle game for mobile, iOS or Android, called Marching Order, which is great for kids. You play as the leader of a marching band of adorable animals, each of which has like a special request of where they want to stand in the line, whether they want to be near the particular instruments, which animals they don't want to stand behind or in front of, and you just have to figure out which way to order them, which is good fun, especially for young kids. If you need something that's a bit more soothing and calming, then you should try Altos Odyssey, which is on iOS and Android. You can even play it on your Apple TV if you've got one. You basically play as like a snowboarder or a sandboarder, I guess, flying through a desert, like a two-dimensional desert, so you're just going from one side to the other. They move automatically, you just have to press to jump and to do tricks and collect coins and things like that. And it's really, really gorgeous and just really, really calming. Another gorgeous and even award-winning game for you to try is A Short Hike from Adam Robinson Yu. You play as a bird called Claire who's gone on holiday to this kind of camping, hiking place, and you have to get to the top of a mountain to take a phone call, basically, to get good enough signal. But you have to collect feathers to be able to fly higher up the mountain or climb higher up the mountain. And along the way, you meet these other holiday goers, these other hikers, doing things like fishing and taking part in races and things, and you can help them out. It's got this gorgeous pixelated kind of style, but in 3D, some more like voxels, and it's really, really beautiful, and the sensation of flying is just incredible, and you can play that on PC. Another award-winning game that I want to recommend is called MuTaSione, which is described as a soap opera that takes place in a small town populated by mutants. You play as a young human girl called Kai, who travels there to visit her ailing grandfather. And along the way, over the kind of course of a week, you meet these different characters, you get to know them and their stories and what's going on with them, and you're also tending these magical gardens, so there's a bit of kind of magical intrigue going on there as well. It's really, really great. And finally, one that is a bit more well-known, but still fits within this digital download indie space, although it has sold more than 10 million copies at the time of recording this. Stardust Valley is a game where you move to this small village to take over your grandfather's farm, and you do things like plant crops and tend to animals and befriend the villagers and maybe even marry one of them. But you also go on adventures. You go through a mine and you fight creatures and you unlock upgrades and things like that. There's so much to do in it, and they've also added multiplayer. So if you wanted to keep in touch with someone that you can't see in person right now, you could play a multiplayer game of Stardew Valley. It's available on multiple consoles as well. So if you've got a PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, you can play it there. If you've got a Nintendo Switch, you can play it there, or you can just play it on PC or even mobile. If you tried any of these games for yourself, please do let me know. Tweet us at The Gadget Show and let us know how you're getting on. If you have any suggestions that I've missed, it would be great to hear about them as well. I've got a lot of time on my hands and a lot of video games to play. I'll talk to you soon.